All right, shalom, 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 shalom. I want to give all praise to Yahweh Hashem Shai. Give honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to the Akim out there spreading this truth like wildfire. Shalom to the Israelite foreigners who look like the other nations, but their spirit bears witness that they're the children of Yahweh Hashem Shai. And shalom to the real sisters out there. All right, Esau fucked with my life. Esau fucked with the internet. Yeah, Esau ended my life early and fucked with the internet. So while I was looking up Texas trying to succeed, because I heard about them pushing a bill that would basically allow a vote on succession from Babylon, USA. And while I was looking it up, Esau ended my life and buffered my internet. Esau wouldn't even let me look it up. Each time I looked it up, well, I would turn off the Wi-Fi and then turn it on. Every time I had to restart this bitch, cause every time Esau would fuck with the Wi-Fi again, and then what he ended the internet. I mean, he ended the live, but he ended the live. I didn't end it. And so I had to do another live because this fucking devil is hurt. And he doesn't want people to know he's going down. Yeah, this devil is a real pain in the neck for real. Yeah, and he does it because he don't want the truth to come out about him, including the fact that he's going down. And Shalom Akwath K. Cole. Yahba Shem Yahushai Barakatah. Kala Yahba Shem Yahushai. You know. Yeah. These devils are really are running scared, man. They're running scared, and that famine of the word is coming as well. The Amos 8:11 is coming soon. It's not even that far. It's coming soon. It's coming soon. Amos 8:11. Let me just bring it out. Behold, the days come, say the Lord Yahweh, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor thirst for water, but of hearing the words of Yahweh. Verse 12, and they shall wander from sea to sea, from the north even unto the east. And they shall, even to the east, they shall run to and fro to seek the word of Yahweh, and shall not find it. Like you're not going to be able to find this word. He's going to make it too hard. And too hard for us to put it out. Like you can already see it. Yeah. And let me get right into this news article that I got. The Texas state lawmaker says hashtag Texit A Texas state lawmaker says he will propose a referendum on seceding from the U.S. because the federal government is out of control. A Texas state lawmaker announced this week they plan to propose a referendum on whether the state should secede from the U.S. The federal government, quote unquote, the federal government is out of control and does not represent the values of Texans. Representative Kyle Biederman, a Republican, said. State Republicans and Democrats have criticized the proposal. Yep. So, as you can see again, secession, which is part of what led to the Civil War, is being brought up. Part of what led to the last Civil War is being pushed again. Yeah, the federal government is out of control, does not represent the values of Texans, quote unquote, State Representative Kyle Biederman, a Republican representing the greater San Antonio area since 2017, wrote in a Facebook post on Tuesday. Yep. Huh. This is why I'm committing to file legislation this session that will allow a referendum to give Texans a vote for the state of Texas to reassert its status as an independent nation. He added, along with the hashtag Texit. So there you go. There you go. Talks around secession resurface every so often in Texas when modern efforts to leave the Union have not been successful. The state previously broke off from the country and joined the Confederate States of America in 1861. But after the Civil War, the Supreme Court ruled in Texas versus White that no state was legally allowed to succeed. The secession movement in Texas, again, hey man, that's prosty too. I'm about to bring out some scriptures on this. The secession movement, including one obvious one. Hold on. The secession movement in Texas last gained momentum in 2016 after the UK's referendum to leave the European Union, commonly known as Brexit. Biederman compared his proposal to Brexit in an interview with the local station Fox 7 on Thursday. The things that are happening in our federal government, whether it be First Amendment rights or Second Amendment rights, the budget, and the debt going out of sight, quote unquote, Biederman told Fox 7, and the fact that we might even, quote unquote, and then the fact that we might even be looking at Texas being singled out about our oil and gas industry. We just can't afford to stay silent. So, in other words, now since Joe Blow's and it is basically since Joe Blow is going to be put in office, because 2016 Obama was in office and people was thinking that Hillary was going to be next, and Texas is a hardcore Republican state, so they wasn't with that. They wasn't with that shit, and they was pissed off about it enough that some people wanted to succeed, but they didn't. But this time around, with them having their hopes up about Trump, and then now they're gonna put Biden up in there. They're already thinking of that shit. Like it's even like they're thinking even more of that. They're wanting to do it even more. And this prophecy that there will be another civil war in this place, which is Sodom and Egypt, spiritually Sodom and Egypt. Y'all gonna, if you don't know already, y'all gonna see why I call it spiritually Sodom and Egypt. Also, Rome and Babylon and all those other kingdoms, but you're gonna see why all those other wicked ass kingdoms that have existed all rolled into one. Sodom and Egypt. We're gonna see why. We're gonna see. We all gonna see why. Why is this? Why is it important that this place? Why I brought up the fact that this place is Sodom and Egypt all over again? Biederman signaled he would use Article 1, Section 2 of the state constitution to support his proposal, which reads, quote unquote, the fate of the people of Texas stands pledged to the preservation of a Republican form of government, and subject to this limitation only, they have a right at all times, the inalienable right to alter, reform, or abolish the government in such a manner as they may think expedient. So they really trying to push this shit. And the GOP lawmaker said he intended to introduce the bill next year, though other state Republicans have already signaled they do not support his plans. So it's like a whole debate, but we see how these Trump supporters been acting about the selection results, right? So this shit may take off this time. And these prophecies are speaking, and this is one of the prophecies that there'll be a civil war in this place, like towards the end of days, towards the end, like the very end, there'll be a civil war. You know, I'm gonna bring it out. There's several prophecies that line up with this because house divided shall not stand, right? There you go. That's one of them. And these devils these devils, the house of Esau is about to fall, and Babylon is about to fall. Babylon is falling actually, but it's about to like fall for good, about to take that last tumble. Quote unquote, America needs Texas to lead, not succeed, Texas Republican Party Chairman Allen West said in a statement to Insider. Texas recently seized the national spotlight because of Republican Attorney General Ken Paxton's legal challenge to overturn the 2020 presidential election results in President Donald Trump's favor. The Supreme Court is unlikely to consider the case, which seeks to invalidate votes in key battleground states won by President-elect Joe Biden. It is certainly understandable that people are frustrated with the situation after months of a pandemic and concerns that they may have about the integrity of the election, but the solution isn't to dissolve or detach from the greatest nation in history. That's bullshit, quote unquote. The greatest nation in history, that part. Bullshit right there. But it is called Babylon the Great in the Bible though. It's Babylon the Great. So no way they ain't lying. It's Babylon the Great. Republican House Speaker. It's not great for our people, great for their people. Republican House Speaker Dennis Bauman, really great for their elites if you want to be completely specific. Really great for them. This is their heaven. Instead, okay, Republican House Speaker Dennis Bauman told Insider, quote unquote, instead, Texas needs to take care of Texas and continue to lead the nation by example with legislation that continues to pursue economic strength and freedom, quote unquote. Biederman did not immediately respond to Insider's request for comment. Yeah, so this succession shit is back in the headlines. And with all these prophecies popping off this year, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if this shit actually takes off. State Democrats have similarly shut down the idea according to the Dallas Morning News. Yeah, of course, because their boy Biden about to be president and shit. You can't claim to be patriotic and file a bill for Texas to secede from the Union, quote unquote. Hobby Rahman, a spokesman for the Texas Democratic Party, told the newspaper, quote unquote, from Ken Paxton to Greg Abbott to Cal Biederman, Texas Republicans are supporting treason. The Texas Nationals Movement, a pro-secession group, has sent Biederman its nod of approval, saying Texas, quote-unquote, Texans are one step closer to having their voice heard on the issue of Texas independence. So, this shit might actually pop off. Now you have a whole congressman. And also, I'm going to show you have the Texas GOP chairman, I believe. Wait, this is another article. Let me get it. Yeah, the Texas GOP chairman slammed after suggesting succession from the United States, following the Supreme Court's dismissal of a lawsuit aimed at overturning the results of the 2020 presidential selection. The chair, it says election, but I'll call it selection because really that's what it is. The chair of the Republican Party in Texas suggested Friday that the decision may initiate the rise of a new union of law-abiding states, quote unquote, a statement that drew immediate condemnation from Democrats and at least one prominent Republican, Allen West, this same nigga. I believe that is a nigga. I believe that's a Jake. But he's like an Uncle Ruckus type Jake. I believe so, like I've heard of him. Allen West, who previously served as a Florida congressman and has chaired some of them Uncle Ruckus types be tears though on the low. But yeah, but he appears to be a Jake. He's a Uncle Ruckus type for sure, if he really is one. Yeah, who previously served as a Florida congressman and has chaired the Texas GOP since July. He's all about Babylon and shit, all about Esau. So that's how you know. Stated that the Supreme Court's decision to dismiss Texas's lawsuit would have far-reaching ramifications. Weston declared that, quote-unquote, perhaps law-abiding states should bond together and form a union of states that will abide by the Constitution. I could see that shit being the new Confederacy. In response, Republican Representative Adam Kinzinger, who represents Illinois' 16th District, tweeted that the Texas GOP should immediately retract this statement and apologize and fire Allen West and anyone else associated with this. Yeah, it's gonna take. I believe it's gonna take off. The year of prophecy. Come on, I believe it's gonna take off. Senator Brian Schatz, Democrat, Hawaii, said the statement revealed that members of the Texas Republican Party have lost their minds, which we meant here, we GMS, Men of Valor and Sincere Akim, like we actually happy to see this because a house divided against itself shall not stand. This is good news to us. This is Yapa. Kala Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Arizona Republican Party's chairman Kelly Ward, some more Republicans are on board, voiced their support of West, tweeting, I love that hashtag Texas GOP chairman Colonel Allen West loves America. Quote unquote, I'm with him. Yeah, this I heard this. Hey, this nigga was like a top Republican. This nigga was a top Republican. He was like a hardcore Republican. I remember this nigga. Yeah, that's why I say, he's a nigga. He looks like a so-called black man. They really do have you have Uncle Tom, well, not Uncle Tom, Uncle Sambo types like him, Uncle Ruckus types, extreme Uncle Sambos, and then you have terror babies. It may be that or just an extreme Uncle Sambo, because if Jake is gonna be pro America, like pro Babylon, pro Esau and shit, they're gonna be that to the fucking extreme. If they really are, like, they're gonna do that shit with zeal. They're gonna like be that to the fullest. They're gonna be an Uncle Ruckus type. Key background: West comments follow on the heels of other Republicans, but he's also like in a leadership position of the Republican Party in Texas, which that's all run by Esau. So both parties are run the two horns of that second beast. So could be, but also the Secretary of Defense, they appointing this Jake, this Uncle Sambo, Jake to be up there too. So he could be a Jake. The point, hey, the whole point here is that this shit taking off because you didn't hear about this shit before. You didn't hear Succession and all that, like, really be popping like that coming from Republican states, especially. If you heard shit like that, it was like out of Cali, You didn't hear that shit out of Republican states until 2020, cause shit, the blue team got the blue team got their boy in the White House and shit. So now the red team want to succeed. Key background: West comments follow on the heels of other Republicans who have talked of secession. In a Facebook post on Tuesday, State Representative Kyle Biederman, a Republican representing Texas House District 73, wrote that the federal government is out of control and does not represent the values of Texans, quote unquote, and announced his intention to introduce the Texas Independent Referendum Act. Quote unquote, this is why I'm committing to file legislation this session that will allow referendum to give Texans a vote for the state of Texas to reassert its status as an independent nation, stated Biederman. So these Republicans are pissed. They ready to succeed from this bitch. On Wednesday, right-wing radio host Rush Limbaugh, who was previously awarded, especially in fucking Texas, who was previously awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom by President Trump, said, quote unquote, I actually think that we're trending towards succession. He was talking about succession. Yeah, he was talking about it. Yeah. And that, quote unquote, I know there's a sizable and growing sentiment for people who believe that's where we're headed. He later claimed, quote unquote, I didn't advocate it. I never would advocate for succession, which is a bullshit lie. I'm simply repeating what I have heard. Responding to Limbaugh's, that's a bullshit lie. But hey, if you put it out that way, like, yeah, succession is popping now, you're kind of promoting it. And plus, hey, this devil, he's the type to do, he's that type anyways. He's like, he's extreme, he's a hardcore Republican. Responding to Limbaugh's comments, Fox News contributor. He's a hardcore conservative, hardcore right winger, like right wing of the eagle all the way. Responding to Limbaugh's comments, Fox News contributor Geraldo Rivero said, quote unquote, talk of succession is treason, and that such commentary is quote unquote reckless and irresponsible. So you have the moderate Republicans that are like, wait, hold the fuck up. Y'all tripping. But hey, it's a year of prophecy. They're gonna try to it's a year of prophecy, and this queendom is divided all the way. You know, this queendom like is so divided that hey, that devil ain't even lying though about succession is trending and like we're headed to it. Like this queendom is so divided that yeah, the Democrats and the Republicans really look at each other like different. That's the whole. They're different people. That's the blue states and the red states. They're like two different countries. They really do look at each other like that. You know, the ones that are more hardcore, they're going to be more open and proud about it, right? Openly proud about it and wanting to push for it. They're more about it, but you know, if the moderates, which is not much of those left, if they were to be honest, they would be like, yeah, we're headed that way. The Texas nationalist movement, which was formed in 2005, has pushed on a vote on Texas becoming an independent nation. So now you have this whole debate of whether Texas should succeed out here, and that's how that shit starts. Critical quote, yeah, and then you have, of course, the blue team like, hold the fuck up, y'all tripping. They're basically saying that. They're tripping. Y'all, hold on. Oh, fuck. Yeah. And of course, they're saying, like, you can't claim to be patriotic and file a bill for Texas to secede from the Union, which these people do claim to be pro America, hardcore, pro Babylon and shit. Yeah, they do claim to be for that all about Babylon and shit. Babylonian values, so called Judeo Christian values, or whatever. They do claim to be, which this place ain't built on the Bible, man. This place ain't about the Bible, man. They just claim to be. You know, Satan masquerading himself as an angel of light. He's showing himself to be an angel of light, man. His ministers too. That's all that is. Yeah, man. Yeah. Hey, that's prophecy. That's prophecy that people be trying to succeed, man. And that's how it went down. That's actually how it went down. That's kind of how last Civil War went down. Last Civil War went down that way, man. Should Texas be its own nation again? Hey, that shit gonna happen. That shit gonna happen. The way like the media's also kind of pushing it too, kind of hinting at it, like nodding and winking at that shit because it's part of the agenda. They push that civil war and then they crack down. They push that civil war and then they crack down, and it's like new whole new setup, man. That's what they do. that's their that's a whole setup right there. The Esau, that's what they do, man. They actually push division within their own people. Like the red, basically the Republicans, that's like that's the bloods of Esau, the Rebloodicans, right? That's why they represent that. They got that red. They 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 rep their red, right? And then the Democrats, that's like the Crips of that's like the Crips of Esau, man. The Demo Crips, right? Like um who are authored that book. That's the Demo Crips and Republicans. I think it was that 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 dude that dude Edomite looking dude that ran for governor of Minnesota. It probably is. You know what I'm talking about? That so-called white dude that ran for Jesse Ventura. Jesse Ventura, man. Ventura. Um, I don't know. I'm just that's what he said. Democrats, Crips, and Republicans, because it's basically that's what it is. And when you know the story of actual Bloods and Crips, they used to, yeah, it's a book that he wrote Democrats and Republicans. It was titled, yeah, it was titled that Democrats and Republicans no more gangs in government. And you look in history, the Bloods and Crips, y'all know they used to be together. They didn't used to beef. So that's how, like, in a similar way, the the Democrats and Republicans, they used to well they used to well, they work together. They work together. So but now they starting to beef. See what they did to us happening to them. And it's being brought about by their own people, divided all over. You know, this place is truly through. This place is yeah, it's through. It's finished. You know, let me get that precept that proves that it's through. Matthew 12, verse 25. And Yahushua knew their thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. And it's clear. Texas succession is trending. And not only that, there was a Republican representative from Arizona that shouted them out. You know, Arizona is also like, they're pretty hardcore Republican. All these hardcore, deep red states, man, they're going to link up. They put Biden up in there. The electoral college vote doesn't work out the way they want it. And they already, this because the Supreme Court already dismissed Texas's case to overturn the selection results. So now like they're gonna be like, well, the only way that we're gonna get our way and not have to fuck with Joe Biden is if we succeed. And so and that's how it happened. You know, that's actually how it happened in 1860. because they wasn't fucking with Abraham Lincoln. They wasn't fucking, which he was a devil, you know, he wasn't honest, just like the rest of them. You know, Esau's not an honest man. He didn't love you, Jake's either. Verse 20, but he quoted this precept, Matthew 12, verse 25, man. He quoted it because even these devils know that this Bible, you know, this Bible is on point. Even Esau knows, man. Even these devils know and tremble. Verse 26. And if Satan cast, and that's speaking of these demons, but also Esau knows, man. Esau knows all this is real. And if Satan cast out Satan, he's divided against himself. How shall then his kingdom stand? So how is it going to stand? That's a rhetorical question. Because it told you in verse 25 that it shall not stand. Yeah. And I refer to this, and the Bible refers to this place as Sodom and Egypt. So Egypt all over again, right? It's Revelation chapter 11. Revelation 11, verse 8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified. You know, it's obvious that that's this place. Yahushai, image of Yahushai, you know, and his people. Yahushai, image of his image, his values, his true image, his values, who he is, all that, and his people, everything that concerns the Most High Yahweh and the Son Yahushai is under assault in this place, straight up. And there's also Sodom and Egypt. Homosexuality is pushed hard in this place, and this is a place of our enslavement, of our captivity. That's the Egypt part. Shalom ak Yabashim Yahushai Barakatah. Malak. Yeah, hey, Texas making that move towards succession. That's what I'm going over right now. And that's prophecy. This place is through. The house that divided against itself shall not stand. And also, this is also prophesied about in Isaiah chapter 19, which is why I brought up how this place is Egypt. Isaiah 19, verse 2, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight every one against his brother, and every one against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. And these states, they're like many kingdoms, right? And these states are like many kingdoms. Like Texas is that fucking big and has enough resources that it could be its own independent country. But it's like a whole kingdom right there. You know, city against city. Not all cities in Texas are going to be down with this succession shit either. Neighbor against neighbor. Hey, just like the first Civil War. But worse. You know, brother against brother. Yo, get the picture. Hold up. Hold up. Yeah. This place is on its way out. Verse 3, and the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof. And they shall seek to the idols and to the charmers and to them that have familiar spirits and to the wizards. Verse 4, and the Egyptians will I give over into the hand of a cruel lord, and a fierce king shall rule over him, saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts. Yep. Because what is eventually going to happen from this chaos, that Odo ab Ko, right? Esau is going to Esau's pushing the chaos, and then he's going to bring the order. Like, they probably gonna take the guns, bro. They probably gonna take the guns and the Bibles, man, from the Civil War because of the Civil Wars and the race wars that they pushed. Well, that's gonna lead to a lot of unrighteous decrees, or just one big one. And then you have the chip being pushed hard because Esau likes a soft target that's defenseless. Esau's a coward. He don't like to people be able to put up a fight. So of course he's gonna take both swords, the actual sword and the sword. He's gonna attempt to take the sword of the spirit by taking away this word. Because you can't take this blessing away from us. He's going to have every man out here after each other, just at each other's throats. By the time he implements the chip, people are going to be begging for it. Yeah, this is what this devil does. He is this devil. That's how he does shit, man. They'll just wear out the saints, even though he just don't just wear out the saints. He wears out everybody. But he wears out the saints especially because we get vexed and chafed at this place. But everyone is vexed at each other. Esau was tired of Esau. Even Esau was tired of Esau. In Isaiah 10 verse 1, woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees. It's going to go right into that. And that right grievousness which they have prescribed. Meaning that they caused this shit that they say that they need the decree for. They're the ones that push this secession vibe out here. It's the media, which is Esau, because if they didn't want people to succeed, they didn't want people to be for that shit. The media would be having a total blackout on it. The media wouldn't be suggesting it. The media is basically like, yeah, go ahead and secede, bro. The media is nodding and winking. He's whispering it in Esau's whispering it into people's ears through the media, like it's a nod and a wink. Go ahead, man. Like, go ahead. Go ahead and succeed. Like, that's how it happens versus a whole debate, and then there's a consensus. Yeah, he is a pussy boy, and that's the Hegelian dialect right there. Like, you're gonna have people like, nah, you're tripping. Don't do that shit. Well, who's gonna win out? And it's been that way for a while. It's been that being pushed for a while. Yeah. Verse 2, to turn aside the needy from judgment and take away the right from the poor, my people, that widows may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless, because Esau wants you to be completely defenseless. He is a pussy boy. He is. Hey, if you got like any precepts that you want to bring out on this, because I'm also gonna go over that shooting that happened, and which is probably a false flag. Probably is. Esau's pushing out these shooting. There was no mass shootings for like 4 years. About 4 years since the Las Vegas shooting. There was no mass shootings. It was like, damn. And then now a fucking mass shooting. Now, and then you have Joe Biden also. Joe Biden getting up in there. This shooting, yep. They had it was at a choir, at a Christmas, aka Saturnalia choir. Oh, not Keontae, you got precepts you could jump on too. Any Akim that got precepts going into these subjects can jump on. Yeah, this happened today. Esau is Esau. Oh, it's mass shooting season again in Babylon. They yeah, yeah. Let me get an article on it. But RT's live. I believe RT's live. You know, they went live on it. Shooting. Hey, it literally was a mass shooting at St. John the Divine. Yup, some dude opened fire at a cathedral. Yup. Back to the mass shooter, lone gunman. lone back. We back in mass shooter, lone gunman season. Police fatally shoot man who opened fire near crowd at at Manhattan Cathedral. The shooting at the Cathedral of St. John the Divine took place just after carol service ended. Hey, it's Esau's hunting season. He's about to use a sword. He's starting to use a sword like that again. A man was fatally shot by the police after he opened fire near a crowd of hundreds of people gathered for a Christmas Saturnalia concert. I'm calling it that now. I'm calling it that because it's based off Saturnalia, which is based off. It traces all the way back to the birthday of Nimrod. Really, for a birthday of Nimrod concert outside the Cathedral of St. John the Divine in Morningside Heights on Sunday afternoon, the authorities and church officials said. It was not immediately clear if the gunman was shooting at people in the crowd. Which, what the fuck? Oh, that doesn't make sense. But Esau, of course. Esau. Which that's weird. That's weird. Mark D. Levine, a city councilman who represents the Manhattan district where the church is located, said the man appeared to be mentally ill. So you see the narrative, right? I had climbed scaffolding at the church before firing. Do you see that narrative? That narrative coming together, right? Mentally ill. And he opened fire at the end of Christmas. I don't like saying that because Christ must. I don't like saying that because of that. At the end of plus is off. At the end of a birthday of Nimrod concert on the steps of St. John the Divine on Saturday afternoon. Police responded to the scene just before 4 p.m. outside the cathedral on 112th Street and Amsterdam Avenue for a report of a man with two firearms. When officers arrived, the suspect shot at police and the police then returned fire. The man was shot and was taken to St. Luke's Hospital where he later died. Christmas carolers had gathered around 3 p.m. Man, I should have actually. They mean birthday Nimrod carolers had gathered around 3 p.m. at the cathedral. Police officials say the man gained access to the top of the steps and then started opening fire into the air. What the fuck? Eyewitness said the man was heard saying, "Shoot me, kill me." Manhattan Borough, yeah. A mentally ill narrative there. Let me continue reading the article. Man, like what he could have been doing was he could have been like trying to get himself shot or some shit. Or it could be the mentally ill gunman narrative being pushed. Manhattan Borough President Gail Brewer tweeted her chief of staff and press secretary were in the concert but were not injured in the shooting. So who the fuck was shot, yo? Who the fuck was actually shot? No police officers or any bystanders were injured in the shooting. What the fuck? Parishioners were seen walking out of the church with their hands up. There is no motive of the shooting. The name of the gunman has not been released. That's weird as fuck. That is, yeah. There's definitely some other shit going on there. Yeah, no police officers or any bystanders were injured in the shooting. What the fuck? There's been a shooting at the Cathedral of St. John the Divine, Reading's tweet with Gail Brewer after the Christmas concert. Birthday Nimrod concert. Not the birthday of Yahushua, the birthday of Nimrod. My chief of staff and press secretary who are present are safe. We don't have a lot of information, but our gratitude goes out to first responders. The fuck? At NYPD 24 precinct NYPD News. They say no one was fucking injured. And we don't have a lot of information. What the fuck? No police officers or any bystanders were injured in the shooting. Fuck. There's no word on the motive of the shooting. But they were saying he was saying, kill me, kill me. That is weird as fuck. Oh, Yuletide. Yup. That shit is weird and off. Yeah, cause Keontae, try use the KJV since it's the most accurate version. Yeah, it's about time for that pilgrimage. Yup, absolutely. Oh yeah, Christian massacre, huh? Massacre. Oh yeah, Hamashiach. Xmas, Christmas, Hamashiach. Massacre of the Anointed. Yeah, Khan. There was a massacre. Massacre of the Anointed, starting with Yahushai, and then his anointed, his elect. The disciples were murdered after him. In Revelation 9, I'm going to get that in the KJV. Revelation 9:15. Yeah, Khan. And the four angels, basically the same thing, were loose, which were prepared for an hour and a day, and a month and a year, for to slay the third part of mankind. The third part of mankind. Yep. It's about to go down. That shit. Wait, we don't even know if there was a fucking massacre because these people said no one was injured. It was just some dude just shot into the air and said, "Kill me, kill me." The fuck is that? There's some other shit going on for sure. Ill. Yeah, I clicked out on accident. They're promoting that mentally ill, unstable gunman shit again, probably. Sounds like that. 'Cause that's some bugged out shit. That's just Satan's devices right there. We are not ignorant of Satan's devices. Like, we know what's up. We're not dumb now. Yeah, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we're not ignorant of his devices. We're not ignorant that these devils use false flag. Straight up. Esau's games are through. I know they're already pushing it mentally ill. Mentally ill shit, man. Yeah, Esau's in the bag. Yup. In the trick bag. Yeah, that's fucking weird. That is weird. Fucking weird ass devils. What? They're saying King Solomon's temple is not a real, or questioning that it's a real place. There's people actually questioning that that was a real place. Why would they have to say that? After Supreme Court dismisses Texas case, Trump says his efforts to challenge election results are not over. Yep. Yep. And if they don't, if that shit don't succeed, yeah, Texas gonna succeed. Texas and all these other states. So, damn devil. Yeah, he's the one that's promoting all this shit. He's promoting, but he's promoting his own downfall. But like he doesn't see that. No, it's gonna work. No, it's gonna work. This divide and conquer always works for me. That's all right though. It's just it's actually a comedy, man. And all these Silicon Valley companies moving to Texas too. Ah, fucking shit. Damn, man. Afflictions. Fucking hell dealing with them. uh, yeah, there probably gonna be no. There's gonna probably gonna be a civil war because Trump is like Trump ain't gonna give up. Trump ain't gonna give up. You know, he's trying everything possible to overthrow it, to change this shit up. Probably gonna be a civil war for real. We're probably gonna have a civil war. I wouldn't be surprised. And then he had been moving this shit down to Florida, right? A lot of shit been moved down to Florida. So Florida's a hardcore Republican state. They came out for Trump a lot. They came out for Trump, like they came all the way out for Trump. I wouldn't be surprised if they seceded too, man. Yeah, he has no spunk left. He's completely through. Esau, God, really, our people were just under the curses. But it's through. It's over with. Yeah, it's over with. Hey, there's another precept I can bring out on this. It's in. Hold on. Let me get it. Obadiah. Obadiah 1 verse 7. And you're going to see. Y'all know. Yeah, y'all should be able to see how it apply here. All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in him. So all the men of this devil's confederacy, hey, the Confederate States of America, all those states, Well, yeah. It's basically a new union of states that follows the Constitution, like what how that devil put it. Basically, yeah. How they put it, right? They were saying the same shit about the Confederate States of America. Like we actually follow the Constitution as we're upholding states' rights and shit. So that would be the new Confederacy. And Esau's elites are at the head of all this shit. That's how you're gonna have top Republican officials support this shit. Verse 8, shall I not in that day, saith Yahweh, even destroy the wise men out of Edom, and understanding out of the mount of Esau? No understanding because he's dividing his own kingdom, his own queendom, right? No understanding in that man. They say we have just begun to fight, because he was a he this devil Trump is not gonna give up, and these Trump supporters they not gonna give up. Yeah, so it was like that it don't matter. The Supreme Court, okay, Supreme Court rejected that case by Texas. It doesn't matter. They're still gonna fight. Yeah, his efforts to overthrow the election will continue. His efforts to, it's a CNN article, right? So it's Esau divided all over because CNN is divided. CNN is against Trump, and Trump is and against Fox. Fox is against CNN, and Trump is against CNN. And these devils are divided. They're divided. They're hopelessly divided. When asked whether he worried about the country being divided heading into the inauguration, see, it's spiritual. I didn't even know I was going to say that. After his relentless onslaught, yeah, I was talking about it and I didn't know. Like, right after we'd talk about country being divided, heading into the inauguration, after his relentless onslaught against the American selection system, he repeated his ludicrous claims. This is like an opinionated article, of course, but yeah, that he won the election and he was worried about. He said he was worried about America having quote unquote illegitimate president. So when that shit started happening, that's what you have as well. They consider Lincoln to be illegitimate. In Venezuela recently, they were saying that President Maduro was illegitimate. And you had two presidents, Guaido, and then you had Maduro. Now was Esau trying to divide Venezuela? Esau was promoting Guaido. Afflictions. Yeah. Yeah. They saying the source familiar with the breakdown of the Trump and Barr relationship over their disagreements about the soundness of the election. In Hunter Biden investigation said the recent interactions have shown that Barr won't be intimidated by Trump. So now they're like, man, it's all fucking propaganda, man. All this shit. They Trump versus Biden and shit, Trump versus Barr, Trump versus Barr and Trump were real tight, wasn't they? Trump versus all these people. Fucking puppet show theater, man. But they really, the people are really divided and against each other, and these devils have an evil eye against each other, anyways. Yeah, they all for the New World Order, but each one wants to control the New World Order. All this shit, even fucking MAGA, like if you look into it, was about the New World Order. Because MAGA, that's like, I believe, like a fifth degree Satanist or some shit, or MAGAs. All that shit was about the New World Order, anyways. But so is Joe Biden, the Great Reset and all that. And the people that support all this, they support in the New World Order, whether they know it or not. Trump for the New World Order too, but he has his own agenda, right? He was on fire about the vaccine too. Trump's pressure campaigns cloud vaccine use. He was basically saying that if I was not president, according to almost everyone, everybody, even the enemy, if I wasn't president, you wouldn't have a vaccine for 5 years. So they all for the New World Order, but it's about who controls it. They're all fighting for that spot. Trump said in the interview, which taped Saturday at the Army Navy game, quote unquote, I pushed the FDA and companies and everyone else involved like nobody's ever been pushed before. Now you have it rolling out, and frankly, you could have done it. You could have done it last week. Trump said, quote unquote, they could have even done it a week sooner if they had heard from me. He's all about pushing that jab on y'all. The jab. He's all about the jab. And so is Biden. So are all these devils. CNN even. They all about the jab. They want to hit you with their best shot. Yep. They're all fighting over control over this shit. Control over the New World Order. Yeah, Trump's pressure campaigns cloud vaccine use. Yeah, because they're saying that, he wants to claim credit for it. And they want to claim credit for it. They all want to claim credit for it. Millions of doses will be shipped today. Trump's thirst for attention, and I was reading a notification I got about Chief going live. Trump's thirst for attention and praise is clouded even. Yeah, because they're like, they have an evil eye against each other, man, for real. Clouded even these early days of the vaccine rollout. So they're saying, he's fucking up this moment for us. Trump is all about the vaccine as well. Ah, Fuck, man. Hey, hey, these devils are through, man. They divided all the way up. They divided and they dropping dime on each other. Most High Yahweh shot them with the arrow. That's verse 7 of Psalm 64, verse 7. But Yahweh shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly shall they be wounded. Verse 8, so they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. Yep, because they're dropping dime on each other. Esau has no love for his own. And his own have no love for him. Verse 9, and all men shall fear and shall declare the work of Yahweh, for they shall wisely consider of his doing. Hey, this is, yeah. Yeah, they recognizing this devil. They recognizing that this devil is actually the damn devil. Got some precepts to bring out, Akia? Got some precepts. Got some precepts, Akia?
What?
You got some precepts, Akia?
Shit, not yet.
Not yet. And bring some out.
I just had to say, man.
Huh?
I just have to say that these devils keep on kicking off these false flags, and each one gets weaker and weaker.
Yeah.
Each one into the last one.
Like, what the fuck was this shit, Esau?
Someone said, kill me, hurry up, ah!
And shot into the air.
Yeah, officer, put that down on the police report. He said, kill me, ah. Yes, that's the headline. Oh no, don't believe it. Don't believe it. They're stupid. No, it's okay.
Like, they probably had I don't know, they had one of their Manchurian candidate, like their MK Ultra, their MK Ultra controlled Manchurian candidates blast into the air or some shit.
Yeah, but those are easy to control.
I don't know, Esau is coming up with stupid ideas. I think when he when Esau do sacrifices and go to the spiritual demon Satan for what to do, I think they mislead him, yo. I think they tell him to do some dumb shit. Oh, have one of your MK Ultra Manchurian candidates, or fuck, even just have an agent, right? Who knows how he did it? Well, yeah, have them go to a church, go to a church porch during a birthday of Nimrod choir event and shoot into the air and say, kill me. That will scare the people. That will make them want you to take their guns. Whole time laughing while you told them.
This is
Esau is a joke, really.
God.
He's a clown.
He's the children of base men.
He is. He's stupid. Like you said, he has no spunk left. He's through. He's out of juice, Ak.
God.
Verse 10, the righteous shall be glad in Yahweh and shall trust in him, and all the upright in heart shall glory. Yep. Yeah, this is Yapa. Esau dropping dime on his own people and fucking up his false flags. This shit a fiasco, man.
He's such a loser. He used to be the cynical that everybody wanted to be, and now he's like an embarrassment.
Esau is a gazing stock, Doc.
Yeah, he used to be what everybody chased after. Like I want to be like him. I want to look like this. I want my hair to be straight and blonde. And now everybody's like,
Now he's a
the
joke. He's a gazing stock.
only dumb motherfucker still chasing after the white man is Eve.
Even Uncle Sambo,
Yeah,
like Alan West, Uncle Sambo, Lloyd Austin. You seen him? That general,
huh?
the General Lloyd Austin, Biden's appointee to be Department of to be Defense Secretary.
Nah,
He's a Jake, but he's like fucking baby faced, like for
yeah,
real. His face
bro.
looks like the ass end of a ass of a bitch's ass.
That's funny.
Not fucking smooth as fuck, like for real. Like damn.
I can't. I don't trust a man with a smooth face.
Hey, what they say about lie? They call it a bald face lie.
Right?
For a reason. You shave your face, man. Like you're a bitch, to be honest. Like you're either that or nah. You shave your face, you're going to fuck off. Like you're not a real man, straight up. You gotta have
I don't
that
even
beard.
shave my head, bro.
I don't ever shave it. I always saw it that
I
way.
stopped. I stopped even cutting my hair. I don't even cut it.
I haven't cut my beard. I just comb it out.
Yeah.
I haven't even trimmed my beard, even though I used to trim my beard. But I'm like, nah, bro. Like, nah. It's been a long time since I done that shit. I do to make it look good. I'll comb it up and shit.
Yeah.
'Cause damn.
Yeah.
Cause what the fuck? Yeah, that's a feminine. It makes you look like a woman or a boy, straight up.
Yeah.
Yeah, but hey, those type of people, they the ones that think that Esau is the shit.
And like fuck, bro. When I was a boy, all I ever wanted to do was be a man. Why the fuck would I want to shave my face after I've got a beard?
Hey, Esau's a boy. He's not a man.
He doesn't grow a beard. He grows weird.
Esau's a boy. That's why he do it, and that's why niggas that look up to Esau do that shit.
Yeah.
Cause they're men that want to be boys.
Unfortunate for them.
What's up?
That's unfortunate for them.
They want to be boys. Yeah, man. Yeah. Hey, and the apostle Iram Lab, he actually did a live on Lloyd Austin and said that he could be Tiberius Julius Alexander, the way he looked, the way he based on what he seen about him, how he moved and shit, and how we are in prophecy, where we are in prophecy. It's close to that time, just like is when it's close. It's close to 70 AD, the sequel, basically. And Tiberius Julius Alexander, that was the Roman general. He was a nigga. He 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 led these devils into the and he led these devils to destroy our people.
He's gonna get payback. All these fucking niggas.
That nigga. That he was like a super sambo. The worst. The worst. That's the. Those are those
Uncle
Uncle
Ruckus.
Samos, man. Piss me off.
Fucking Uncle Ruckus.
Yeah, he's General Uncle Ruckus, sock.
Ugh. Can you only imagine if Uncle Ruckus had kids? Fuck.
Yep. he had kids.
Yes.
Dude, look him up. Look him up. This dude look like Uncle Ruckus. Like Uncle Ruckus in the military in an army uniform. Straight up.
That's terrible.
He looked like him. He looked like him. He looked like Arthur from that cartoon.
hey, Arthur. Oh, Arthur. The
From
child.
Hey Arthur. From Hey Arthur.
Hey Arnold.
Hey, no, not from Arthur's Adventures and shit.
Oh yes.
He looks like him.
Fucking weeaboo. Fucking looking like a rat.
Weasel ass nigga.
Right.
This nigga's like, yes, I finally made it. Look at his eyes, bro. I get to serve Esau. I get to serve Massa in the biggest way possible. I made it into the big house.
Terrible.
The White House. Yep. Yeah, Joe Blow picked him, so he had to be a Sambo.
They all gotta be, bro.
Yep.
Any fucking nigga that voted for Joe Biden. Sambos.
Biden or Trump. They're all Sambos.
Yeah.
But this guy's like a super Sambo. Straight up. Like, I'll kill niggas for massive type Sambo. He's a Sambo shooter.
Uncle Sam to Max.
Huh?
Uncle Tom to the max.
Sambo. General Sambo.
Yeah. General Sambo. Kind
Those types, they be going harder on Jake than actual Edomites.
Yeah. They'll get their part during Jacob's trouble.
Oh, he's gonna get stabbed in the back.
Yeah.
He's right. He's in Massa's house. Like, he's like, yeah, the ones that are in Massa's house, they may be the first to go.
Good.
Yeah. Oh, Joe Biden also tapped Xavier Becerra, Ishkarite, California's Attorney General as Health Secretary. Sounds like an Ishkarite. So, like, no, a Northern Kingdom Sambo as well.
That's fucking
Yeah. Place is fucking through. Yep, the upper ranks of the military largely the domain of so-called white Edomite men.
I got a cold.
You got fucking cold.
Yeah.
Yep, he's the only Judite. So.
I got the Rona.
Oh shit.
I'm dead.
You're dead. You're through.
Yep, I'm dead.
Dead. Fucker, you have a cold, you go to Esau, he'll tell you you have the Rona.
Right? You need this.
You have a little cold.
Vaccine, dude. You need this vaccine. I had the same cold. I had the same cold like 2 years ago. I'm fine. What the fuck are you talking about, bitch?
Listen, nigga. We know what we're talking about. You need this vaccine, nigga. To be like that.
Listen, nigga, you need this shit. It's good for me. I need to
According
do
to
for you.
scientists, you need this vaccine.
It's the best thing I can do for myself. I mean, it's the best thing you can do for you.
That's what Jake gets for going to Esau for a fucking cold though.
Yeah, right.
Like, yo, you could treat that at home.
Yeah, you can with some garlic and honey, bro.
Con. Yep. Yeah,
Or
this
or
General Austin though, he was he was the only Jake to to have headed U.S. Central Command.
uh,
This nigga, the military's marquee combat command, which responsibility for Afghanistan, Iraq, Syria, and Yemen. Most of the places where the U.S. is at war. Yeah, he probably is that same general, man.
Babylon has to fucking go, bro.
Cause he's like a dedicated coon, man.
Comment.
He's like
Dude,
Esau's like I can trust this nigga.
ass niggas are the worst type of niggas.
Con. If you call him an Israelite, he'd probably report you to Esau.
Right? Shit.
There's a terrorist at this location. Order a drone strike, please.
Right. That's why you can't tell anybody.
Yo, they'll call you a terrorist
Comment.
or a cult member. One of the two. Yeah, the General Austin Cat. He's known as a strong battlefield commander, but less for his political instincts. He has sometimes stumbled in congressional hearings, including a session in 2015 where he acknowledged under testy questioning that the Defense Department's 500 million program to raise an army of Syrian fighters has gone nowhere. Okay. So basically, yeah, still General Austin, who retired in 2016 as a four-star general after 41 years in the military, is respected in the army. They're gonna talk about the Sambos like they're the best people ever, especially among Jake, so-called African American officers and enlisted soldiers, as one of the rare Jakes to crack the glass ceiling that has kept the upper ranks of the military largely the domain of so-called white Edomite men. And why why do you think he cracked the ceiling? Because he was allowed in the house, really. He didn't crack the ceiling, he was allowed in the house.
Yeah. He thinks he cracked the ceiling though.
He's like, I'm that nigga. You could see it in his eyes. He thinks that he's that nigga.
They all think like that.
I'm not like you black people,
Who that
even though
black?
there's no such thing as black people. He probably thinks that I'm not like you niggas. I made it. Yep. So yeah, man, these type of niggas, they're the ones that strive to be like Esau. They almost think they're Esau. Yeah, they say he broke through the barrier because of his intellect, which Jake does have that. Jake is shit. Jake is we Yasharala, sons of the power, right? Sons of the Most High Yahweh. But these 2/3, they're like rebellious children, but they are foolish. And these coons are the most foolish, straight up. his command experience, and the mentorship of a former chairman of the Joints of Staff. Okay, so he knew an Edomite, like a top Edomite, Admiral Mike Mullen, who chose him to run the staff of the Joint Chiefs Office. He knew an Edomite. Yeah. They're part, a lot of them part of the Boule too. Where is the tab at? Streamlabs at? Yeah. Yeah, a lot of these top symbols, they're part of the Boule, or they're Prince All Freemasons and shit. They're like the talented tenth was. They were basically sellouts. And they are promoted just like this. But yeah, these are the people that would be like, fuck yeah, Babylon. These people would be love this place and they love Esau. As they've been given more crumbs than the rest of Jake. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, because this place is a fucking joke. Nahum 3, verse 5, Behold, I am against thee, O verse 4, because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlot, the mistress of witchcrafts that selleth nations through her whoredoms, and families through her witchcrafts. Verse 5, Behold, I am against thee, saith Yahweh of hosts, and I will discover thy skirts upon thy face, and I will show the nations thy nakedness, and the kingdoms thy shame. Verse 6, and I will cast abominable filth upon thee, and I will set thee as a gazing stock. That's exactly what has happened to this place. He's through. I mean, Esau's through, and Babylon is through. Like, everyone knows that Babylon ain't shit. Fucking afflictions. Verse 7, and now it shall come to pass that all that look upon thee shall flee from thee, and say, Nineveh is laid waste. Who will bemoan her? When shall I seek comforters for thee? And this is Nineveh all over again. The place of our captivity. The modern day Assyrians. These are the Esau's the modern day Assyrians too. The Chaldeans, all of them, all these heathens that fucked our people, that fucked our people up, rolled into one. Esau likes to claim that he's all these heathens anyways, as well as Jake. So the Bible calls them heathens. I mean, they're the lowest of the heathens. Well, the Bible compares them to all these oppressing kingdoms that oppressed our people, gave our people hell. So, basically, in a way, Esau's right. They are the modern day Assyrians. They are the modern day Babylonians. They are the modern day Egyptians. Modern day Greeks and Romans. Hey, even modern day sodomites, man. Modern day, modern day, probably modern day, this is probably modern day Atlantis too. Shit. Modern day all those civilizations. I was probably oppressing the fuck out of the people, out of the descendants of Seth. Probably was, since nothing is new under the sun. They was probably in the hoods and shit, be getting oppressed by the descendants of Cain, getting shot down and shit. Yeah, Atlantis was probably hell for our people, because that was Yasharala before we was called Yasharala. Ah, shit. Fucking nasty. Yeah, probably gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna wrap it up. 1:45. I'm gonna wrap it up. Hey, yo, Walk. I'm gonna wrap it up. All right. I want to give all praise to Yahweh Shemi Al Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to the Akim out there spreading this truth like wildfire. Shalom to the Israelite foreigners who look like the other nations, but their spirit bears witness that they're the children of Yahweh Shemi Al Shai. Shalom to the real sisters out there. I hope this live was edifying. Stay strong. We almost at the end. This place is through. And Esau, you're going down through the motherfucking ground into the stones of the pit. Shalom. And stay strong, everybody out there.